What's going on, everybody? It's Dr. Chris Featherstone. I am here with another episode of Unscripted with me. I'm making some minor adjustments here. So, it's one of those things, man. I've been doing this thing. I've been doing this thing as a journalist for a decade now, and it gets really fun. It gets really exciting when you have to make adjustments. But you know what, man? This is one of them, and the show must go on because I got to give the people what they want, ladies and gentlemen. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And this night is no different. This is the Tuesday night. You know what that means? Like I say every week, some of the biggest, the baddest, the best wrestlers of today and yesteryear, and this one is no different, ladies and gentlemen. This guy is a big tree trunk of a man. All right, he's a hunk. He's a stud. He is going for model of the year for 2021. And you know what? He's in the runnings, ladies and gentlemen. I think he's among one of the top of the crop here when it comes to model of the year in 2021, ladies and gentlemen. You saw him on Tough Enough back in the day. Seems like it was a while ago. It probably was a while ago. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is someone who I'm really excited about bringing on tonight. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, none other than the Yeti, Josh Bredl. How are you tonight, my man?
Yo, what's up, big dog? I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. It's great to have you on the show tonight.
Hell yeah, it's good to be here, bro. A little impromptu action. You know I'm down for
Yeah, man. Greatly appreciate it, man. What is before we get into like any questions from the audience, man, what is going on in your life nowadays, man?
Oh man, it's been kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? I've had to like reinvent myself. Seems like tenfold to be honest, but as of lately, I mean I had this adventure. I came out here to California. I helped dog pound the gym. It's like this boutique fitness gym. You know, it's like upper echelon. It's very nice. It was only in New York though, and then
Okay.
they bring it to LA. So they went ahead and they called Yeti. I had met Kirk, the owner, a while back. We had a pretty good relationship, and I actually met him during the show when I was on Tough Enough, right? And was just starting out. And then after all these years that had passed, when I was in Colorado after Tough Enough, after I'd been in the WWE for 3.5 years,
Mm-hmm.
uh, just stumbled upon him on a FaceTime, bro. He FaceTimed me. I was on the road. He was basically like, "What you doing out there, man? What's going on? I want an update." And I was like, I gave him the update. And he's like, "Look, I remember back in the day when you're on the show, I wanted to hire you." And he only had so big of a bag, but he's like, basically, I can give you X, Y, Z amount of money now. I can get you out here ASAP. And I need you to like pour your soul in this and like make it work. So I went out here. I did just that. I was like training like celebrities such as like Justin Bieber, Adam Levine, Kelly Rowland, Ricky Martin, and Vanessa Hudgens. Like the list goes deep, bro. Like I was lucky.
Wow.
When I came out here, I got to kind of do like a cannonball splash for real and just like see and know and show myself to everybody. And because of my like odd celebrity status, that's like, you know, this like lower level, but like also like well known because like the vast amount of things I did, I was able to like connect with these athletes, these actors, these artists, and like be more interpersonal with them. And then I started like training like pretty much everybody you could imagine, and that was a blessing. And then when COVID hit, it got kind of weird with the financials and everything. We were like shut, we were open. I had equity, I didn't have equity, so it became a thing where it was like I needed to do what's best for myself, and I left. So I did it very romantically, and I left on Valentine's Day. I resigned
Wow.
basically without a plan, bro. And then 3 days later, I was walking down Doheny out here in like Beverly Hills, and I stumbled upon this gym that had just opened, like had just built an addition onto their gym. I had a talk with the owner. I bought a session from him. He had kind of heard about me, and then just stars aligned, and I basically started No Cap Fitness. So I've been
Wow.
at fitness since, bro. So I started my own gig out here. Been doing that, and then along the way, I met Compton Menace. He's an artist out here. He's from East Compton, bro. He's like very talented. Since I met him, like we connected. We're like brothers now. You feel me? And like I like really believe in his mission and like his talents, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
in mine too. So like we kind of linked up too. So now it's like I'm No Cap Fitness by day. I'm in the studio with Menace by night, and I'm just like, we're slowly getting ready to take over again, man. Like as everything opens up,
Wow, man.
as everything's like panning out, you feel me? It's just,
Yeah. Congratulations, man. Well,
you know what I'm saying?
this platform has over 3 million followers, man. So what website can I plug real quick, man?
I mean, we can right now we can just my Instagram is at Yetihood. Right now, like you can go to my No Cap website through the fitness page, which is No Cap Library, and Yetihood. And I got a lot of good merch coming out pretty soon. I'm gonna have a whole e-commerce site set up. So like, just it's right now a cool time to kind of hype on the hype train. You know what I'm saying? Hop on and like see what's about to come, because the next 3-4 months, we're gonna be doing a whole lot of things from cannabis to merch to like going on tour, and then I'm gonna kind of scramble fitness all within that too. So it's gonna be kind of like a whole new thing, and I'm pretty excited to get that rolling out, bro.
Wow, congratulations, man.
Shout out to my no cap, no cap on the
Okay.
soon to come Rumpets. Go ahead.
Cool. So you said Yeti Hood?
Yeah, Yetihood at Yetihood, YETIHOOD, and then at No Cap Library, NOCAP Library. You know what I'm saying?
Yeti Hood, nice. Josh Bredl with the at Yeti Hood. Go follow the man and go follow No Cap Fitness. Ready to get into these questions, man?
Yeah, let's get this questions going, bro.
All right. So let's start off with Guillermo's asking, how was working with ZZ? Do you think he deserved to be eliminated very early?
Man, like in the heat of battle, ZZ was annoying as hell, bro, on the show, like backstage.
Was he?
anything like in between sets, in between filming, like, hey, we got to go now to do this to get that done. Like, he was just like dragging his feet. So, like, in the heat of battle, that motherfucker was hella annoying. But, like, in retrospect, and like, honestly, during the show, when we were doing the tryout before anyone got selected for the show, I was already kind of in his ear because he was coming to me. He looked like insane looking with his boots and all his gator gear. You feel me? So like I had like a connection with him, but he ended up getting so in front of himself that he was getting.
Oh.
And then like we just were annoyed with him. So I think yes, he did deserve it, but I think that fool has a ton of potential and he's a star in his heart, and I think he knows that. And I think he's doing pretty well right now. He was a child. You feel me? He was like 19 years old on that show. Years old on the show, so
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Huh. Well, along with Tough Enough, before we go to the next question, I remember when the Big Show did like a big chop off with y'all on the episode of Tough Enough. How was it to get along with? I mean, how was Big Show to get along with backstage?
He was cool as hell, man. Like right away, actually, the first time I met him was in Atlanta, Georgia, at like a SmackDown. He was cool as hell. He opened up with like wide open arms. He wanted to know us all. He already had known me. He actually, like, the first time I had any like type of experience or interaction with him, we had just gotten our Tough Enough Twitters given to us. So like made our Twitters like Tough Joshua, Tough Amanda, Tough Tough ZZ, and then like we were getting the slander and the hype and the love, right? So like it's like a wide array of haters and lovers. And then somebody that was like hating on me, saying some wild shit, and I wasn't really like affected by it, but I was like enabling them, and I was kind of, because like I was on my troll shit a little bit, and like he peeped that and he DM'd me and he was like, hey man, like these haters are gonna hate, like make sure you keep your head straight, don't let them affect you. I'm like, yo, big bro, I appreciate you, like I'm just having some fun, but I totally respect that, you know. So from the jump, he's been like, he was nothing but business and love. He ain't really like, I mean, he's a giant, bro. When you're a giant, you don't really got to get too emotional or upset about stuff.
That's true. Yeah.
And bro, so you're just like a good person. He's a man, bro. But when he chopped me, bro, it was like on one of the live segments. So each week on the episode, it was like 30 minutes of the TV show and then 30 minutes of a live segment, however that went about. And one of the live segments, he came out and he chopped all of the male contestants. And that shit was crazy, bro. Like, I would describe it as like a frozen pack of bratwurst getting like fired out of a cannon, bro, to your chest. Like, wow. Serious.
Yeah. I remember seeing that, man, and yeah, it was pretty intense, man. You a big dude, man, and he laid one on you, man.
When I saw it on camera too, I'm like, damn, he makes me look small as hell, bro. He told me he gave it all to me too. I had a welt for about 3 hours right here.
Wow, yeah. Let's see here. Let's go with How was it? Remember, it was PG. How was it being Bronson Matthews and NXT? And why did you call some wrestlers the social outcasts and social jobbers?
So
Uh,
what was the part? How the Bronson?
yeah, Bronson Matthews character in NXT.
So like at first I was really hoping they would give me like the Yeti or some sort of the Yeti, you know, feel me, or let me stay close to that, and they kind of were, but then I might have actually screwed myself because I got some of the legislation and the paperwork to where I would still own some of the rights to the name Yeti and likelihood of me under them, and then so they don't like that type of shit, or they don't like that type of stuff. Sorry, so they like cut me right there.
Yeah.
Then so one day I was like at an armory show and Matt Bloom was like he's like, oh, you know, he's on the laptop and then he's like, Yeti, come over here. And he's like, Hunter has a name for you. And he like opened his laptop, he like searched for an email and he shows me it and he like there's like a bunch of stuff on the laptop I can't really see and he's like points to it. I'm like, Bronson Matthews? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, for real? And I had submitted a nice list of names. I was like, Ray Norris, Ezekiel. Like I was doing all these weird ass names that I thought would be maybe kind of cool, right? And I don't even know if that list got delivered, to be honest with you. But Bronson Matthews, it was, which is ironic because when I was on the show, one of the episodes where we had to do a challenge, we had to get portrayed as a character. We had to draw a name out of a bowl, and mine Bronson, the British brawler. So like it kind of like it was random that it like drew on from the show, and maybe that's what inspired him to like keep that. I don't know, but
yeah.
Anyway, that was cool. But what was the other question?
Why did you call some wrestlers the social outcasts and the social jobbers?
So basically,
there was a controversial tweet, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a controversial tweet that like really like put one nail in my coffin for real. It was shortly after they gave me the name Bronson Matthews. They were like, "You're gonna be a heel, or we want you to take the heel angle." And I was doing such, and I was at home, not on Raw, watching Raw, and I was clocked in, so I'm watching it. And then the Social Outcast came out. I think it might have been their first time. They might have been debuting, right? They came out, 4 guys, kind of looking like the YMCA guys. I don't really know those guys, but then here's a little like tidbit. Before all this, any rookie that comes in, depending on where you're at, if you're coming from the indie scene or if you're coming from like NFL or whatever, you may or may not know the lingo of WWE. So when all these guys are calling you jobbers in the locker room, you kind of associate that with like the word rookie or like someone that's sorry, maybe sucks, right? So I'm hearing the word, I'm getting called jobber left and right, and I'm cool with it because I understand like, you know, hazing or like getting vetted into a system. But then so now when I regurgitate and use the word, I use it on like a large scale immediately, and then like I didn't really understand that I was like disrespecting these guys on such a deep level, you feel me? And like at the end of the day, like as a grown man, like who cares, bro? Like my tweet was like trending, everyone was tripping about it. At the end of the day, I got more heat in one tweet than some clowns getting their whole career, bro. And that's why so mad because I put one tweet out, I got more heat than some of these fools did in their whole career. To this day, some of those guys that were the jobbers, the social outcasts, I got more heat in that tweet than they did their whole career with the WWE, and they're no longer with the WWE. And here we are on a podcast still talking about it, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's a damn shame that I didn't get more like time to impact the show because like I was doing nothing and I was already making wakes, bro. Like
yeah, that could have you really utilized that. They could have utilized that as their advantage to really do something with that.
Watch me, I would have been down for whatever, bro. That's the thing. I didn't have an ego in the ring. Like the matches I did have in NXT, I think I maybe won one of like 9 matches, bro. Like I could really care less. Like I'm just trying to like do something with my life.
Yeah.
But anyway, Big Show came out, didn't like the social outcasts. They were like hoorahing themselves in the ring. Big Show's music hits. Speaking of Big Show, he comes out, he squashes them. Boom, 1 hit each. Boom, boom, boom. One of them hasn't even realized that his buddies are knocked out. He sees them, gets nervous. Boom. So then I tweeted, "Yup, I like it. .. Because I had like this little gimmick where I was being cocky in the ring and like making my arm like hit the ref while I walked by him and shit. And I'd be like, "Yup, I like it." You know what I'm saying? Like I was like checking the ring out before the match. And so I put, "Yup, I like it. .. hashtag social jobbers." And then boom. And then they're all tripping. And so I was in character. I'm like, I'm a heel. This is go time. So I'm pouring gas on it all night. And then I pull up to the performance center the next day and Matt Bloom came up to me and he's like, "Were you drunk last night?" And I'm like, "What you talking about? Was I drunk?" He's like, "What's up with that tweet?" And I'm like, "Yo, that was good. That was good. Like, I thought that I did good. Like, people were tripping about it." He's like, "No." He's like, "You got a lot of heat, buddy." And then I went to wrestling court. That wasn't on air.
Really?
They put me to wrestling court for that, bro. Mark Henry was the judge, bro.
Oh, really? Wow.
It was crazy.
Okay, go more into that, man. What happened? Who was the jurors and all that? Yeah, what happened?
It was in Miami, bro. It was whack. I got tipped off by Matt Bloom that I should bring some Tito's alcohol for the boys to like make it better. And we're talking about the social outcast here. And so I basically get down to the venue with some liquor, and right before I went, I could only get 3 bottles of Tito. I couldn't get 4 because I just didn't have it. There was either 4 or 3 semi bottles and a big ass handle. So I was like, I'm just gonna get these little bottles for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I pull up. I'm waiting for somebody. Some little like hall monitor, like backstage guy comes up to me and is like, "Hey, Eddie, they need you in C47." I'm like, "I don't know where that's at, bro. You better take me." So they take me. And I get in there, and it's like the Dudley brothers waiting for me, and they just kind of like give me this like nonverbal communication and like ask me where I'm from, and they bounce. And then all of a sudden, a bunch of wrestlers start coming in, pretty much everybody and their moms. And then the social outcasts come in, and then Mark Henry comes in. We're sitting down. It's like me, them, and Mark Henry, and then the audience. And then Mark Henry basically just starts it off, just drilling me. He's just like, "You're a piece of shit." So I know it's PG-13. He's cussing. He's like, you think you had a $250,000 or $250,000 contract when I got my rig contract, it was $1 million. Da da da. You don't deserve this. You're cocky. Mind you, these people don't even know me, bro. And I'm using a word that their little predecessors that are still in NXT have taught me, bro. So like basically their poor leadership has trickled down to teach me, this newfound beast, to how to piss them off on the most passive aggressive way. So now he says his story. Now the boys are going, "You should quit. You should go back to Colorado." All this shameful, "you suck" type stuff. And I'm sitting there eating it, and I'm looking around, and people are like, taking it how they want to take it. And then finally it's my turn to talk. And I broke it down just like I broke it down to y'all. I'm like, "Look, I came into this learning, and I learned that word, and I use the word, and y'all like hate me for it. Like, don't forget, like, y'all came and found me for the show up front. Like, if we want to take this back to day one, like, y'all called me, bro, and I'm here now." So like, and then so I go to grab my bag, and at this point everybody's standing up but me. So I reached in between my legs to grab my bag, and I felt the whole room take a breath, like I was about to pull out a tool or something. I'm like, "What the hell?" Then I pull out the bag, and I pull out the bottle of alcohol. I was like, this was supposed to be like a peace offering. But I know y'all are alcoholics, so like whoever wants these 3 bottles, like go ahead and take that, bro. Because like I don't know what else to say, bro. Like I guess I'm in timeout. And then they basically just died, bro. And then we kind of did these like fake shake hands. And then I just went and sat my ass down in catering, posted up, and just started crushing food for a couple hours until I had to leave.
Wow. So did they give you heat in the back for the rest of the time you were there because of that, or after wrestlers court, did they just squash it, or is it residual heat after that?
Like, yeah. So you think they would have squashed it, but they kind of just let that like phase out, and I would like kind of like they would leave it up to me to like go out of my way to like try again, and then they would usually put a banana peel in there somewhere that I could sense and not slip on. And I was kicked out of the locker room. When we were in these different armories for NXT, I was like basically finding a locker room and whatever room I could that was like just for me. So it was just some bullshit, bro.
All right, let's do like a quick lightning round, 1 minute lightning round. Let's do here we go. I'm trying to have did you take the Cesaro swing?
Yeah.
How was it taking that?
That was my first match ever, which was live on TV, and it was cool, bro. I had taken it one time and practiced the day before. It was cool, man. Like that motherfucker's actually super strong, and that's hard to do because a lot of the times when you're doing the tango in that squared circle, you got to rely on each other, right? Like that one, all him, bro. So it's pretty. It was intense. It was fun. If you ever been on one of those like carousels at the park where it's like self-propelled and it gets like dangling, it's pretty similar to that, really. You know what I'm saying? You know it's coming.
Yeah, I think I remember that because wasn't he on Tough Enough too? Like wasn't
he was like he guest appeared like
he was a guest appearance
something, and then like later on the finale, me and ZZ wrestled him in the finale. So that was
I remember that.
That was like came down to like my match versus his match.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Last question. How was CM Punk like backstage?
I actually never met him, so we could do
Okay.
one, but I never met him backstage. He was still pretty much like never around.
Mm. He left in 2014. What year did you leave?
Yeah, I got there in 15 and I left in like 18.
Oh, so you were right after him. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. All right. Last question. What's the best advice to someone who really wants to get in a wrestling business? Not saying jumping balls deep in a promotion, but someone who's starting day one.
I think someone that's starting day one, just be well cultured so that when they try the culture tries you, you know your P's and Q's, and that's part of like loving something, right? But if you really want to do it, the best respect you're gonna get in the company is like from getting it from the ground up. So like find an indie situation that fits you's nice. Make sure you're like working with people that are gonna take care of your body and not just tax you out for, you know, fleas and apples and whatnot.
Yeah. Right.
Like you're thinking the long game, and then just work hard. You know what I'm saying? Just be real, and then you'll be good.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. Promote your stuff one more time before we head out, man.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's Yeti. I'm CEO of No Cap Fitness out here in West Hollywood, Beverly Hills. That's on Instagram. That's at No Cap Library, and then my Instagram is right over here. Boom, at Yeti Hood. That's my Instagram right there. I got some website information on both of those accounts, so it's at No Cap Library and at Yeti Hood. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to Crumpets. We got Brumpets coming soon. Shout out to my man Menace. Shout out to my kids at home. Shout out to all my people back home in Denver. Shout out to Unscripted for hitting me in this impromptu glory session. No cap.
My man, I appreciate you taking my call and coming through, man.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Let me know. Let me get some of this content that we curated.
Awesome. Sounds good, man. Well, they'll plug you. The unscripted graphics team is amazing. So throughout the week, you'll get some at Yeti Hood tags with a lot of shorts in it too, with a lot of short video excerpts. So it's going to be some good stuff, man. I appreciate you, man, coming on the show.
Yeah, likewise, bro. I'll see you around, man. Be cool.
All right, you too. Bye bye.